About a year ago, I started to get an itch for some shonen battle anime. I needed something to fanboy over and get my blood pumping again, so I went to one of my close friends for a recommendation. He knew how much I loved Boruto's dad. Yes, I'm a basic weed bitch with trash taste in anime. Deal with it. So he recommended Black Clover. I never heard of this Black Clover, so I decided to give it a try. And like many of you, I was greeted with, well, this.
Fuck this shit, I'm out.
I immediately stopped watching the episode, got on Discord, and just let my friend have it. I started berating him and hurling obscenities that I didn't even know were in my vocabulary. I was disgusted, disrespected, dishonored, and just downright bamboozled. I'd rather watch Boruto and Garzy's Wing than this piece of shit, I said before leaving the call to rewatch Gurren Lagann for the 9th time. Fast forward a few months later and I'm literally dying in a hospital with absolutely nothing to do. So I grabbed my phone with the remaining strength that I had and started watching YouTube videos, hoping to find something that would entertain me enough so that I could forget about the pain. I came across a video from Crunchyroll's YouTube channel titled The Power of Rivals. This looks interesting, I thought. I continued to read the title before I came across that dreaded name. Ugh, Black Clover. Oh god, is it anime with that screaming little inbred? I quickly noped the hell out of there and started watching something else. No matter what video I watched, the #1 recommendation was always that Black Clover video. Even when I was watching videos that had nothing to do with anime. Black Clover, Black Clover, Black Clover, over and over and over again. Damn video kept popping up in my recommendation feed. I finally gave in and decided to watch it. And oh boy, I'm sure glad I did. The video had my attention within the first few seconds. Character design was on point, animation was fluid. I instantly fell in love with the fighting style as I'm a big sucker for fast-paced fights that include swords and magic. The music made me giddy as I knew what it meant. Time for the main character to win this fight with a new special move, I thought to myself. Thinking the anime would follow the same formula as other anime before it. I was correct to an extent, but as anyone who has watched the video knows, that was not the case. At the time, I didn't know the absolute beast of a man, or should I say elf, the main characters were fighting. Their display of teamwork was admirable, but they barely landed a hit on the enemy. In fact, it seemed like they got completely obliterated. Where was this power of rivals Crunchyroll promised me? Then it hit me. I decided to watch the video one more time. It was obvious the first character was struggling against the enemy and there was no way he could beat him. So, he came up with a plan. A simple plan, a more powerful spell. Now, the genius behind this was that he knew the spell would not work. The enemy knew the spell would not work. The purpose of this attack was not to defeat the enemy. That was impossible. Alone, at least. The purpose of this attack was to simply elevate the character to a new power level. And that is where the power of rivals comes in. After casting the spell, the other main character, who was already at his limits and out of the fight, gains a second wind and charges at the enemy to join his rival and deliver one unified final blow, moving yourself to a new level for the sole purpose of giving your friends a reason to surpass their limits. This was by far one of the most beautiful things I've seen in anime. Everyone should have a friendship like these two main characters. I've seen a lot of rivalries, duos, brothers, and best friends in anime, but none of them had the same type of impact. I love how despite having the same goal, they are always pushing each other to become better. In a world filled with selfishness, how often does one stop to think about what they can do to help those around them level up? At this point, it was a done deal. I saw all that I needed to see. I knew what I needed to do. It was quite an easy process. I downloaded the Crunchyroll app on my phone, pulled out my credit card, and give the overlords at Crunchyroll my money. I needed to know how they went from this to this. So I set off on my journey to binge watch all of Black Clover, each episode only getting better than the one before. Before I knew it, I was all caught up on the anime, but I needed more. I was like a crazy crack fiend, ready for his next hit. But instead of crack, my drug of choice was Black Clover. So I started reading the manga, thinking to myself, oh, it can't get better than this. How foolish of me. It gets better. It gets so much better. The manga surpasses its own limits with each new chapter, and I just can't wait for the anime to catch up. If you haven't tried Black Clover yet, you definitely have to pick it up. This is coming from someone who hated it with a burning passion. Thanks for watching the video. Like if you liked, subscribe if you want more, leave a comment on what you think I did well or what I need to improve, and always remember, Marileona is best girl, Julius is our savior, and Epstein didn't kill himself. Have a good day.